Hi guys, today I'm going to be unboxing Vanish Fafnir F7 from Beyblade Burst Quad Drive. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So up here it says that on the top left up here it's going to be a stamina type indicated by the orange circle. And you will be getting a launcher along with the Beyblade since this is a starter set. And here is a closer up image of their packaging right here. On the back here we have information that it's going to be a left spin Beyblade right here, indicated by the arrow going to the left. And the whole gimmick with Quad Drive is that there are 4 ways to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the top here it's stamina, and on the bottom indicated by the red circle, that means that it's going to be a balance type. So balance means that it is balance between attack, defense, and stamina. So it's like a jack of all trades and master of none. You'll see some slight differences here, like on the left side over here on the stamina, it's like a lower version. And then on the right side, there's like a bigger gap in between the Beyblades. That's going to be called Apex. Like high mode, there's going to be high and low mode on this Beyblade. The same applies to the balance type down here. It's going to be a high and low mode. And the reason that it's changed to balance type in the first place is that you can remove the performance tip. So there's different ways to play. Here we have all the parts here. The top is the core chip, and then we have the blade. That's going to be making the contact with other Beyblades. Under that we have the armor, and then under the armor we have the forge disc. Right below that we have the first performance tip, and then the second piece on the bottom that connects to it. So that's going to be what's changing it from stamina and balance mode. And let's go ahead and take a look at the stats real quick. Keep in mind that these stats do not reflect the entire performance of the Beyblade. It says right here, stats only apply to Core Plus configuration. So Core Plus configuration is this one right here. So in its most basic mode, only that one. But anyways, it says 6 on attack, 0 on burst, 9 on defense, 7 on weight, 3 on agility, and 12 on stamina. And 12 is actually exceeding the maximum amount of points that they have, which I believe is 10. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. So I want to apologize to you guys. I am in my car right now, so yeah, that's why I'm turning the Beyblade box upside down and everything like that. I'm working with really limited space right now. Yeah. Oh, there's another piece of tape up on here. There we go. So I had to go through 2 pieces of tape to get that done. We'll go ahead and talk about the performances of this particular Beyblade. And here you go, that's everything in there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just toss that to the side. And then here, I'm going to flip this on up. Let's take a look at the... Well, let's take a look at the Beyblade first, I guess. It's going to come like this. The actual blade, the layer, is going to come in this wax paper. Toss that to the side. And here it is. Here we have Vanish Fafnir. So Vanish is the purple blade, and then Fafnir is the core chip in the middle here with the avatar. And if you try to look close enough, you can see that there is a dragon. Here is the head on the bottom left over here with the red eyes. And these like flames and stuff. I believe these green things are supposed to be like energy balls, like Eastern dragons, where they use these type of energy balls and stuff. And around here, the blade in the Japanese Takara Tomy version, the blade is made out of 90% rubber. But here, since this is Hasbro, the blade is just made out of 100% plastic. There are no real gimmicks applied to this Beyblade. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Great gift for a kid. This is one of the TV show accurate Beyblades. So if he really likes that specific character, he should really like this. He or she, sorry. And yeah, this is a triple bladed design. So you see like there's 3 holes in this Beyblade. 1, 2, 3 over here. There are like 3 points in the Beyblade. Those will probably be making the most contact points with this. And under that, we have the armor. Let me go ahead and take that out so everybody can just see what I'm talking about. So to take this off, you have to see these 2 silver parts. You got to push down on this. Push down on that. I just use my nails. This is the armor. It looks like it came with the 3 armor. My camera will focus. So it's called the 3 armor because there's supposed to be 3 weight distributions. 1, 2, and 3 right here. They're very faint and it'll be very hard to tell for newcomers, but I'm a pretty seasoned veteran, so I can tell what kind of armor this is. And in Japan, this is actually full metal. In Hasbro, it's just plastic to save cost on money. And then here, after that, we remove that. We can now remove the core chip, twisting it clockwise, and then you can just pull it on out. They're connected by these little nubs right here. If you can see, there's one on the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock orientation. And then what you do is you put it in. Well, first of all, there's also a 12 and 6 orientation here. You can see these circle nubs right here on top and on bottom. Then you can go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Line them up and then twist it back into the left like that. Now the circle is going to click into the other side of the circle. You want to take it off, just twist it to the right again. There you go. So we already took a look at this, but oh yeah, here's the QR code. You guys want to like pause the video and scan that into the Beyblade Burst app to get this Beyblade. Everybody can use it. It's not just a single time use. And yeah, here they have this locking mechanism. This is what makes the whole Beyblade work. Right here where my nails are, these are called slopes, and they're kind of flat. In the Japanese version, they use a teeth locking mechanism where it clicks into place. But in Hasbro, they just use this slope, so it just slides. So depending on what type of Beyblade you get, your performances will vary. Your mileage will also vary. Maybe you'll have a really good slope of Vanish Fafnir. I don't know how good mine is, but we'll go ahead and test that out. There we go, and put the armor back in. There's these 2 slides. This is what actually locks the armor in place right here, where my nail is pointing. And then here, you're just gonna have to figure it out. There you go, there's the hole. Put it in there. There's also another side over here. We press down on that, and then you hear like a little click. Yours might not click, but it just depends on what type of mold you get. And here we have the forge disc or the weight disc. Now this is called tapered. Camera focus. As you see there, it says TP on the bottom. It'll also say it on this side. It says TP right here. It stands for tapered. Now tapered, as the name suggests, it is tapered, and the weight distribution is like downwards. And they have some grooves in here. So this will be very good for stamina and defense. And I believe tapered is probably one of the more heavier discs in Hasbro's Beyblade Burst Quad Drive series. Yep, in the Japanese version, it's a lot heavier. This weight disc will probably weigh somewhere around like 23, 24 grams. And the Japanese version will weigh somewhere around like 32, 33 grams. Yep. This is what it looks like. These 2 prongs sticking out right here are used for the sliding mechanism to lock the Beyblade into place. And then obviously once it slides all the way off, it'll just burst. And that's when you lose or win, depending on who bursted. This is the performance tip. This is called kick. So this is a stamina type performance tip right here. As you can see, it's pretty sharp right here. My camera doesn't focus on close up very much. It's a sharp tip right here, so this is more stamina focused. And if you take it off, you twist it to the left. This is a balance type performance tip. I think this is actually more like attack oriented. but maybe the blade design is like making it balanced. So yeah, it's gonna move around the stadium quite a bit, and it has like these holes right here where you can lock the other tip into it. This is called the armor tip. These two prongs go into the holes right here. You can see that, and then you twist it to the right and it'll lock in place. Here we have what actually like connects to the slope mechanism to hold everything in place. This is, some people call this the cap, and you see these little nubs that stick out on top of the cap right here. These will be what's actually connecting to the slope that I talked about earlier right here where my nails are. It'll slide in place and lock. Since this is a left spinning Beyblade, and I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, it is left spinning, you can put it in, twist it to the left, and it'll lock. Obviously you want to use your weight disc first. So the layer goes on top, the weight disc goes in the middle, and then the performance tip goes on the bottom. And you twist to the left like this, and it locks into place. So the blade will be making contact with the other Beyblades. The weight disc will help distribute the weight and where it hits the hardest. And then the performance tip will determine how it acts in the ring and moves around. So yeah, if you want it to be like a stamina type in low mode, this is what you're looking at. Now let's go ahead and take off the performance tip so you can see the balanced low mode. This is the balanced low mode, so it is a little bit shorter if you take off the armor tip. Now let's go ahead and show you high mode. So like I said before, you want to take off the armor. You want to take off the core, disassemble this whole thing. Now what you want to do is you want to put the core chip under the layer this time. Then once you put it under, you find the right orientation. There you go. You twist it and click it into place. And then now you want the armor to be on top. So since this is 3 weight distributions, if you are able to find the 3 weight distributions on this armor, you want to line it up with the distribution on the blade. So there's 3 blade designs, and you want to line up the 3 points. So it'll give you the maximum potential of like knockback and stamina and everything like that, where it'll basically hit the hardest. So now it's like this. Go ahead and put your armor back, and then you're just gonna lock everything back into place. And here you go, you have your high mode. So this is high mode in stamina high mode. What this basically does is it basically like changes where the Beyblades will hit your Beyblade. So there's like a bigger gap here. Maybe they'll go under and then cause like some different type of recoil, or maybe you wanted to avoid an attack type, so the attack type will miss the blades and hit down here instead of hitting your Beyblade. Now let's go ahead and put it into the other mode, the other performance tip, balance mode. So this is high balance mode. Now I don't want you guys to be deceived by this high balance mode, quote unquote, because since you're taking off this performance tip, it's making the Beyblade a little bit shorter, so it kind of offsets the high mode right here with the gap. So if you're battling against somebody who is using like regular low mode with their performance tip on, your blade will actually make contact with theirs because you guys are now the same height. So just be mindful of that. Now I'm just putting everything back together. So yeah, and I forgot to mention, but this is what it looks like in high mode when you put the armor on top. So it'll look a little bit different when it's spinning. Yeah guys, so Oh, I forgot to mention that there's a launcher here. And since I'm in the car, I don't know if I can actually like launch my Beyblade. I'll try to launch it on this cardboard or something, but it's probably not going to go well. This Beyblade, this launcher is really cool. I wish they brought this back in Quad Strike. Unfortunately, they didn't. In Quad Strike, you could actually hold your performance tip right here, which is really cool. You take off your performance tip, and say you have like another performance tip you want to switch out, you could just leave it on here, and you twist it into place, and then it holds it for you, so you can actually launch your Beyblade. So here's a ripcord launcher. It's not very long. Let's compare it to the box, shall we? So this is how big the box is, and this is how long the ripcord is. So it's about as long as the box, probably around like 7 inches, 8 inches or something like that. Now let's go ahead and put the Beyblade back together, and let's go ahead and try to do a test launch, I guess. So you want to put the grooves in here. It says R for right spin, L for left spin. Since we are a left spin, I'm going to put it in to the left spin side. Make sure that the teeth are facing upwards when you insert it, because the gear in the middle right here is in the center, so you want the teeth to be making contact with the gear. And when you pull it out, it'll spin the Beyblade. As you can see there, the mechanism is working. So you want to put the launcher inside. There's 2 grooves, one over here, one over here, and you want to put them inside those grooves. It'll lock it, like not lock it in place, but it'll hold on to it kind of snug, and then you just want to go ahead and pull the Beyblade. And it's in the TV show, they say 3, 2, 1, let it rip. So let's go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Oh, it didn't work because I just have no space in the car. Let's try to do that again. What a fail. I might just edit that out. We'll see. Maybe I'll go this way so I have more space, because yeah, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. There you go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay guys, if you guys like this review, go ahead and press that like button. Let me know what you guys think about Vanish Fafnir. And yeah, let's go Beyblade.